ready.
All right, we all ready? All right. Welcome back to the Spartan Update podcast. I'm your host, Ava Narowski, and I'm joined with my fellow cast and crew member, Lila Gill, and special guest, Coach Klein. I would like to congratulate you on your new season, going 8-0 and winning the championship.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It feels good. Anytime you set a goal, which obviously the goal is to win championships, and you're able to accomplish it, it's definitely fulfilling.
Yeah. I would like to talk about your high school and college career because I know you've really covered it in class, but I'd just like to get a little more information about you.
Sure.
Yeah.
I went to Shore Regional High School, so I grew up in West Long Branch. And at Shore, I played football and baseball. Basketball was probably my best sport growing up, but I looked at the future and said, you know what, I'm probably going to my skills will probably transfer better over to football and baseball. So I played football at Shore for 4 years, 3-year starter. I was All-State my senior year at quarterback. And I played baseball 4 years, 3-year varsity starter. And I made a whole bunch of all-star teams for that. So football and baseball were basically my two main sports.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
what position did you play in baseball?
I played outfield.
Nice.
I think I played center field in high school, and I played left or right in college. So after I left Shore, I went to Franklin and Marshall College, and I played football there for 2 years, and I played baseball for 4.
Oh, wow.
And I was two-time All-American in baseball.
That's
at
impressive.
F&M, yeah.
Did you always know you'd go to college for football?
I wasn't planning on playing football until I love football. Football was always my first love as far as sports, but I was more focused on playing baseball. I probably had more success throughout my youth growing up with baseball than I did with football. But then my senior year in high school, I had a really good season, so that kind of opened up the doors. I was looking at certain colleges just to go play baseball, and then looked at schools that would kind of support me playing both. So at F&M, we had 2 other guys that played both football and baseball.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. And would you coach baseball here if we didn't have football?
I did. Well, I coached baseball, I think, for a year or two. I coached baseball for a year at Shore, and then I coached here for a year also. I don't have the passion for coaching baseball like I do football. They're two totally different things.
I totally
so
agree.
baseball's a great sport, but as far as coaching, my preference is obviously football.
I feel like you're a Yankees fan. Are you a Yankees fan?
I'm a Yankees fan. Yeah.
You seem like it.
I would be. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm a Mets fan.
She's a Mets fan.
Yeah. I was a Mets fan growing up. Lenny Dykstra, whatever. And then I kind of transferred over.
Is it because they suck?
It was probably because they weren't very good for a while.
What's your main football team in the NFL?
The Commanders now. So it was the Washington Redskins, and then they became the Washington football team, and now they're known as the Commanders.
Yeah.
My dad was a big Giants fan. He had season tickets. So when I was little, he took me to a Skins-Giants game, and the Redskins won. So
Nice.
I became a Skins fan when I was like 6, and they've been really bad for a long time too. So at least I'm loyal to them. But now the Pittsburgh Steelers too, right?
Obviously.
So
how can you not?
I'm turning
Avoid
down
many
watching Commanders games for Steelers games now.
how can you not?
They'll quickly become
Support
probably my
OT
first
forever.
one. Yes, that's right.
We bleed red.
That's right.
Always. With going back to our roots, are you big on like fantasy football? Because I feel like
Yeah, not really.
Really?
I don't really have
That
much time.
surprises me.
I don't have much time to do like stuff and follow stuff like that. I know guys that do fantasy football. They take it so serious. They have drafts and they set their lineup every week. They make trades. They do all that stuff. And during the football season, I don't have time to like really think about other things like that. And I think I would just be wasting my time if I joined a league. Really,
I feel like a good group would be you and your captains of the football team.
Oh, we definitely have fun. Yeah, maybe at some point we'll enter a fantasy league together. But right now we're focused on winning real football games.
Okay, that's legit. And how are you feeling coming up on this Friday? Like, are you pumped?
I feel pumped. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So, to have a home playoff game is great. I think we've been in the semifinals 5 times since I've been head coach, and the opportunity to go and play for a ring is really the ultimate goal. So to have a home playoff game, these players deserve it. Our coaches deserve it. Our community deserves it. So that's an important thing, to be able to play meaningful games late in the season at home. I think the crowd will be great. We'll be excited, ready to go. It's a good opponent. So that's what you get in the playoffs. This time of year, you want to be clicking on all cylinders, and I think we've been tested the last couple of weeks, which is good. Early on in the season, we were kind of rolling through some teams. Last couple of weeks, we were tested and had to battle back. So
that Mid-North game was very
good.
That
was a good
was
one.
RBI was also
the
really
last
good.
2 have been exciting. but it helps from a player perspective because you're going to ask them to be in pressure situations during the playoffs and to have experience performing well in those situations is important.
Yeah, I heard a lot of the players are injured.
Yeah.
Well, no comment.
Oh, if you need a recruit, like
We might need, at this point we might have to take a couple out of the stands, but
I say
I run track,
I'm
so
not,
I
I'm
can,
not ready to I'm not ready to comment on
I got you.
our injury status.
I mean,
I
I feel like
put
I can
me
be
in
good,
and I'll make
yeah.
us 9-0.
That'd be good. 9-0.
9-0.
Running back, quarterback.
Yes,
We can also.
I think you're right.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I'd like to play a little game. It's
All right.
called Start, Bench, and Cut.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 quarterbacks.
Okay.
All right. We got Tyler Douglas,
Yep.
Kenny Pickett, and Robbie Nungesser. Yeah.
Take your time.
No, please, yeah.
Did Mr. Polano give you this question?
No, I
No.
made
Yeah,
it
you
up.
thought of this one on your own.
Yeah.
So I have start, bench, or cut.
Yeah.
There's no. I'm not answering that question.
I feel like you should.
I can't.
I feel like the people want to know.
That-
We only ask questions that people want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you don't really have many positive options there. You have 3. You have an NFL first-round draft pick who was
Yeah.
an All-American Heisman Trophy finalist.
I mean,
You have Robbie Nungesser, who was a scholarship quarterback coming out here who won a division championship for me.
Okay.
And they have Tyler Douglas, who might be the best quarterback in the state of New Jersey, who's also won a division championship for me. So I have 3 tremendous options. And you
Exactly.
gave me start, which is a positive.
Yes.
Bench, which is a negative.
it can
and
be
cut,
turned
which
into
is
a
a
positive.
negative.
I mean, you never know. The starter could
No,
get
I think
hurt.
that, we have to rethink our game on that. I need more positive options.
Bench, cut, or bench again.
Bench, cut, bench.
Or okay.
So all 3 are negative now.
yeah, but
Yeah, I'm not answering that.
okay. What has been your favorite year to coach,
They're all. I mean, every year when you're in it, it's your favorite
or most memorable?
I think
This year.
this year
All of them?
has been great. We had a 10-0 run in 2015. I'm terrible with years. We had a 10-0 run in 2000. It was Kenny's freshman year, so that was maybe it was like 2013. So so we were 10-0 that year. That was fun going into the state semifinal. We ended up losing to the eventual state champion, who was Hopewell, I think, that year. And then we went the next year as an 8 seed and beat them as a 1 seed. So that was payback. So
Wow.
that was fun. A couple years ago was fun too. I think it was 3 years ago we were 8-0 going to the playoffs. We had a good run there, and then 8-0. But I'll tell you, this year's group, from a personality standpoint, well, they're all kind of that way. But we have a lot of really good guys on the team this year. We have a lot of good
Got a
dudes.
solid team.
Solid guys, and they're not just really good players, but they're fun to be around, and they work hard, and there's really no drama, and there's no, everybody's pulling the rope in the same direction. So this has been a really fun year.
Do
Yeah,
football
that's
players
good.
have drama?
I feel like
Like,
I
I
wouldn't
feel like
expect that.
No, they're
Well, it depends. I mean, so it's just like anything else. When you get a collection of 40 or 50 people together, it's difficult to always have the rope be pulled in the same direction.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
when you face adversity, then some of those things come to light even more. So there's been, over the last 16 years, there's been some teams that have had a little bit more drama than others. But for the most part, we're in a good
They have
shape.
to bond together and work.
Bonding
Do you guys
is
do
important.
a lot of team bonding?
Yeah, we're together like 12 months a year. So I think we give them off like a couple weeks at the end of the season, and then we're together like 4 nights a week during the off season. Our Spartan football club, we do a lot of different activities and things like that in the off season. A lot of different workouts, both on campus, off campus. So we spend a lot of time together as a program. So we do a lot of. We had a pizza night before the season started where we played. What do you call it when you toss the bag?
Cornhole.
Cornhole. Yeah, so we played
You said
cornhole.
beanbag.
So we do, we'll do all things like that, and spend a lot of time together. So it's a close group.
That's nice.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah.
I do. I have 2 daughters.
Do you make them play football with you?
There's cheerleaders.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. But my Cameron's 13. She's my oldest, and Kendall's 9, 8th and 4th grade. They're both into soccer right now. Kendall, my little one's into gymnastics. My older one's a really good golfer, but we got to get her going again with that because the soccer has become like a more popular thing because
It's so popular, especially in Ocean.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
There's such a big
Well, she
soccer
likes like the
town.
team aspect of it too. Golf's kind of like an individual sport, so
No, yeah.
the team aspect of being on a team is. And I think she's on 3 teams, so. But they're active and they're big Ocean OTF
Yeah, I was gonna say,
fans.
do they
they're-
come to the games?
I don't think they've. I mean, they might have missed in 16. Well, my daughter's been 13, so I would say in She was born in April. I think she's missed maybe 2 games in 13
wow.
years. Maybe 2
Wow.
or 3
Do
tops.
you encourage your football players to do other sports in the winter
Yeah,
and
definitely.
spring?
Like I said, before my athletic experience growing up was I played a lot of different sports. I ended up swimming in high school too when I stopped playing
wow.
basketball. So I think it's important. I think you can get stuff for it. I will say that I think it is getting increasingly difficult if you have the ability or the desire to play at a very high level in college. I think it's very difficult to be a 3-sport athlete in high school. I think you
compete.
need that one season where you're focusing on whatever sport you think is going to be your college sport. So definitely support it. I think there's a lot of merit and a lot of positives to being a multiple sport athlete, but I do think that if your goal is to play at the highest level in college, that at some point you have to make a tough decision, to focus on that.
All right. I interviewed Shane and Tyler a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to ask the same question that I asked them to you.
Okay, all right, I'm ready.
If you were ever drafted in the NFL, what team would you want to be drafted to?
The NFL?
Yeah.
I would probably want to play for either the Dolphins or the Buccaneers.
Do you have any reasoning behind
I
it?
think I think there's the tax laws in Florida are a little bit better than the rest of the country. So if you're going to make a lot of money and
That's such a
play in the NFL,
history teacher.
well, if you're going to play in the NFL and you're going to make that kind of money, paying less taxes would be ideal.
All right.
Which subject?
And the climate too. I mean, you play up in Pittsburgh. I mean, there's going to be games in December, January where it is cold.
No, yeah.
So you go down
Like in
and
Buffalo,
play Buffalo, right?
Absolutely
I don't want to play
not.
in that. So
Yeah. That makes sense.
I'll go play in Florida.
So you teach 2 subjects, right?
I teach, this year I teach US 3 and financial literacy.
Which one's your favorite to teach?
US 3. Yeah,
US
so I
3.
like having the seniors, especially like first semester seniors, because the classes, like sometimes you get the seniors in April, May when you guys know when you're going to school and stuff like that. It's tough, but to have first semester seniors in US 3, it's like post World War II, Cold War, Kennedy, civil rights, Vietnam, all that stuff. There's a lot of good subject material in there that most of the students have already heard of, watched a movie on, done a lot of, maybe read a book on. So the subject matter, the curriculum, the content, and the teaching seniors that are motivated is my favorite. And I've taught US 3, US 2 before. I've taught AP Human Geography. So US 3 is my favorite of 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
You taught human geo?
Yeah, I didn't know that
AP when
either.
they
Neither
first
did
started the
I,
class.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we used to do a field trip to Pier Village, talk about eminent domain and push-pull factors and all that stuff.
See, I
Sounds like
never
a fun
took
time.
human geo.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
got US 3 on me right now.
That's
Fourth
right.
block
That's
just
right.
saw you, yeah.
Fourth block is solid.
Fourth block is
Fourth
where it's
block's
at.
great.
Yeah.
You missed us killing the wasp, by the way.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
no, I know,
wasp.
I know.
I mean,
That
I'm
was
not in the class,
intense.
but I was.
Well, I killed one yesterday, so
was so
I was.
Yeah,
I
why
was
are there
the-
always wasps?
I don't know.
in
There
your
was
It's-
class?
it's an
3
issue.
so far.
We're starting to work together, though. We have a plan of how
Of
we go
attack.
about. Yeah.
Did you
Throwing
put it in
garbage cans.
football terms?
We haven't done that yet. We haven't had enough time to teach those terms yet, but we move quickly and we strike ferociously.
Of course, obviously. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming. And
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been
No
excited
problem.
about doing this for a while. When Mr. Polano texted me and said, "You want to be on?" I definitely want to be on and represent and kind
course.
of bring more exposure to what we're doing this year because it's been a lot of fun. I think everybody's having a good time with it. Not just
No, yeah.
our program. It seems like the school community.
and, like,
Everybody's
especially in the
jacked up.
student section, like as
Oh
a
my
senior,
gosh.
it is
Yeah.
so much
It
fun
is so
when we win.
fun.
Yeah.
And especially when all we've done is win. It
That's-
just
yes,
like,
winning
builds
is
up
good.
every time.
Winning is good.
And, like,
we
the
do things in
build-up-
life to win, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to spend a lot of time and give a lot of effort to go out and not have success. So I'm happy that we've been able to have a lot of success.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you so much and congratulations once
Thank you.
again.
Thank you.
Can't
We'll
wait
try
to
to
be
keep it going.
9-0.
9-0 is the
Can't wait
best.
to be on the
9-0.
field.
9-0 Saturday morning.
I will see
right?
you.
We wake up 9-0 Saturday morning.
I will see you there.
I'll see you. Thanks.
Thank you.